Hello. Thank you very much for the invitation to participate in Darkroom Live, and thank you very much for coming. We are going to talk about light as a non-verbal language in the urban space. But first, what do people consider as a language? Language is any systematic or non-systematic means of communication. We will develop what we mean by systematic and non-systematic in a moment. Language is all about the communication of a message. There is always a sender and a receiver. Language can be verbal, non-verbal, such as sign language or body language, or even tactile, such as braille. We also have Morse Code, which is a method of transmitting text information as a series of on-off tones, lights, or clicks that can be directly understood by a skilled listener. We also have, in the computer world, programming languages such as Python, C++, amongst others. All of these different languages are examples of systematic means of communication because they are using structured rules and methods. Now, when we talk about non-systematic means of communication, we are talking about a language that does not have structured rules and methods. So, what about light? Through my extensive research during my master's thesis, the title of which was Light as a Medium to Enhance Communication in Urban Spaces, I realized that light is usually a non-systematic language as it is often interpreted differently around the world, depending on cultures, context, and traditions. Apart from very limited instances where light can be seen as a systematic language, as in traffic lights, for example. And again, here we can argue that people who do not have roads might not know what green, red, and orange means, but okay, let's say that most people know. But in general, light is usually a non-systematic medium of communication. Today, we are going to take a more modern approach to light as a non-verbal and non-systematic language in the urban space and focus on its more social aspect. In recent years, we have been going through a period of social, environmental, and political turmoil as never before. Air and water pollution, global warming, terrorism, racism, infectious diseases are just some examples of the issues we have to face. Municipalities, non-governmental organizations, and individuals are now finding different means and actions in order to achieve change and create awareness. Change and awareness through street demonstrations, through artistic collaborations, conventions, conventions and conferences. All of those actions intend to inspire the global and local communities to unite and take action. Today, we are living in the era of technology, where the internet, interactive multimedia, smartphones, and generally all kinds of technological developments play a dominant role in everyday life. Static printed images are no longer able to convey powerful messages where people are used to vibrant screens and fast visual changes. New ways must be developed in order to engage people, communicate social messages, raise awareness, and motivate them to progress and achieve change. My question is, to what extent can we inspire the global community to engage, learn, and take action for the future of the world through light? There has been a multitude of temporary interventions all over the world in which light is used as a medium of communication in order to achieve a visual change and get a message across. This creates exciting ground for shared encounters where people can appreciate a moment of union and feel motivated to take action and achieve change. Can light transmit important messages that will remain indelible in people's minds? Let's see. Let's start now with Australia's project, We Live Here. This was a social action campaign in 2017. For one whole year, an art collective was organizing workshops, seminars, and community events in order to motivate the residents to participate and create a light sculpture and documentary that would capture the stories of the public housing estate before the resident relocation. This lighting installation lasted for 1 month and went viral on social media with the hashtag #WeLiveHere2017. Light Here is used as a medium to protest and empower the community to participate and express their feelings about the development and relocation. The lights communicate into the outside world that people actually living there and remind the government of their duty to protect them. Project Resist, created by Configuring Light and Light Collective, took place at the London School of Economics in 2016. It was part of a festival where light was used to start a socio-political conversation in the urban space by altering the appearance of a building according to public responses. Light Here is a medium of interaction between citizens, festival visitors, and the building itself. By asking people a simple question, what do you resist? The creators aimed to find out what people felt strongly about. It was like putting their words into the history of resistance. Here it is very important that shared experiences provoke interaction between the participants. I'm sure that most of you have seen the 9/11 Tribute in Light project before. It is a very famous and monumental project, a commemorative public installation where light mimics the position and shape of the Twin Towers that were destroyed on the 11th of September 2001. Light Here is used as a medium to show compassion and solidarity. And as one of the creators said, we imagined a monument that would fill the void between the towers using a medium that symbolizes life. In more recent years, we have seen many actions where colored lights were used as a medium to show compassion and solidarity for the victims of terrorist attacks. In these examples, the use of light brings awareness overnight as famous landmarks and buildings all over the planet would display the colors of the flag of the country that had been hit by an attack. By using the colors of the flag, everybody can understand the message that is transmitted: solidarity with victims of terrorism. Let's go now in a more environmental project. In Projecting Change project in 2015 in New York, light is used as a medium to highlight endangered animals and invite people to unite and protect the planet. For 3 hours, threatened species were beamed onto the facade of the Empire State Building as part of the Discovery Channel documentary, Raising Extinction. By creating a dynamic visual performance on the facade of the Empire State Building, they made the world's biggest billboard and intending to inspire thousands of people. They said, "We need more people to understand it's worth doing. The small choices we make each day can lead to the kind of the world that we all want for the future." In 2015, during the United Nations Climate Change Conference in Paris, 21 countries agreed to halt the increase of global average temperature by pursuing their efforts to limit the temperature increase. Powerful, short slogans were displayed in white color on the Eiffel Tower. No plan B for our planet. It is strong, isn't it? Let's see now 2 examples of light as a medium to create awareness for AIDS. On the first one, the Illuminators, an art collective from New York, are using mapping projection to present a movable, light, bright message with blue capital letters, which says AIDS on, going on the facade of the Guggenheim Museum. This is a very direct approach in communication strategy compared to the following example, which is an artistic lighting installation in Athens designed by Anas Boku. Its main goal is to raise awareness for AIDS and present the new hospital center by illuminating the red ribbon and creating contrast with the blue light inside the building. It is very interesting to observe the variety of different outcomes by different designers using the light as a medium in different forms and combinations. The next project, Light It Up Blue, by Autism Speaks organization, is a global campaign which main goal is to increase understanding, acceptance, and support for people with autism. They are using blue light and lighting up landmarks and private buildings all over the world. By using the metaphorical light language, we describe the capacity of light to communicate meanings. Light is able to create shared behavioral reactions for people who have comparable cultural backgrounds. Light can transfer messages simply and quickly without raising linguistic, class, or racial and social barriers. Let's see now what we as lighting designers can do. Just imagine the unlimited possibilities of using this vertical surface by flashing lights, projecting words, changing colors, and communicating messages to celebrate, commemorate, and create awareness. On the following project in Denmark, designed by OF Lighting, light has established a new layer of communication between the water tower and the city. On a daily basis, the tower is illuminated in white, highlighting its architectural qualities. However, in special occasions, the mayor can send a text message to the lighting controller and choose a preset of the selected themed lighting. The color definition might be simple, but when it is used under a certain context, can be very effective. I'm sure that most of you already know about this innovative and effective project, The Little Sun by Olafur Eliasson. It is a global project that has changed over 1 million lives by providing solar lights to communities with no access to electricity. The Little Sun project raises awareness about the unequal distribution of energy today. This project has been very impactful, metaphorically, giving the power of the sun in the palms of one's hand, and practically enhancing the life of many communities around the world. It is a project that really touches people globally. It motivates us to engage, take action, and realize that we can all contribute to the understanding of global warming. We can inspire and motivate each other to recycle more, to care more, and get empowered from our actions. This is one of my favorite projects, One Heart, One Tree by Naziha Mestawi. This project really maximizes that we can all contribute to the understanding, to the level of public engagement through a lighting installation, and finds a way to connect the virtual world to the real one. Naziha Mestawi transformed the Eiffel Tower into a virtual forest using lighting and mapping technologies. She invited people to record their heartbeat, send it through an application with their name, and then see their name written on a virtual tree projected on the Eiffel Tower and actually growing at the pace of their heartbeat. The special characteristic of this project is that each virtual tree was planted in a reforestation program which took place in 5 continents and is growing in real life. To sum up, I would like to highlight that our actions have consequences for the world. We can all make a difference. Let's use light more consciously, and let's find ways to implement an extra layer of communication in the urban space by using the city as a canvas. It's time to use this urban language and inspire people to unite, engage, and take action for the future of the world. Light speaks, and we, as lighting designers, must take action. Thank you very much.